What up? 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 What up?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome if you are just joining us with Podcast Episode 2 of Creative Showcase Wrestling. And tonight we are going to be talking about a couple of scenarios that have been going on within Creative Showcase Wrestling, and understanding the pay-per-view, and taking a look at some of the matches as well, talking about some of the matches, and hopefully, just hopefully, we might be able to get some people involved for some interviews later. Now, we decided to throw this one together to give you guys a little bit more CSW content to see how you guys are, how you are doing. So yeah, we're just doing this today for a little bit of extra content for you guys, talking about everything that's going on, the show itself, and the interview panels and stuff as such. So we're gonna kick this off with a absolute big thing to talk about, and that would be the pay-per-view coming up. So we're going to have a chat about the pay-per-view, so let's flip on over there. Alright, so basically we're going to have a little chat about Creative Revolution, how that came about, what is going to happen on Creative Revolution, and like I said, we're just going to sit, have a talk, and have a general chat. Anybody wants to get involved, hey, feel free to step in and come and have a talk with us. We really don't mind. We are live here on YouTube as well, guys. If you have not already, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Go and like all of our fucking content, and also as well, go and fucking smash that notification bell icon. It would be highly appreciated. So, with that being said, let's start off with a couple of the matches on the card. So let's go and take a quick look at these. So obviously there is a number of matches on the card, but we got quite a few to get through, so we're only going to go through a handful of them though. So I actually want to kick this off with the match between Trey. I want to kick off this with the debut of Trey Devlin in a sense. So pretty much, we got Trey Devlin coming in to start his debut here in CSW, and it's going to be something I feel that is not only good for Trey but good for CSW, due to the fact of Trey, he's great on that microphone, but he's not had an opportunity to get into the ring and show the wrestling world of the virtual pro wrestling side, I'll call, depending on what way you want to call it. He's not been given that opportunity, in a sense, to show the world what he is really capable of. And I think it's going to be so cool when we get to see Trey Devlin go out there and finally show properly the wrestling world what he is truly capable of. Against who? I don't have a clue who that may be. Whoever he gets, they by the sounds of it, they need to watch themselves. That's all I'm going to say on that one. But let's move over to another quick match. I want to just take a quick look at Marty Morton versus Xavier Walker. Now this one is an interesting one due to the fact of you got two guys. You got a guy who is currently undefeated in CSW, 3-0, whereas the other guy is a former CSW World Champion, Xavier Walker. I feel, in a sense, does this match mean more to Marty, considering the fact if he wants to keep that undefeated streak and keep moving forward towards some gold here in CSW. He has done a lot in his career in a small way so far. He went over to SVW and started his career. That's where his name started, in a sense. And now looking at Marty Morton, he wants to now capture some CSW gold after capturing the SVW No Limits Championship. It's all a case of, I think with this guy, it's not a case of how will he do it, it's when will he do it, because he has all the tools of the trade to get the job fucking done, and he's gonna make a big star of himself eventually. Down the line, Marty is gonna be one of those names that you see everywhere. But for now, he's working his way up the right way, and he's doing everything possible to make his name known in the wrestling world. Where on the other hand, Xavier, he's had a number of brief runs as world champion, mid-card champion. He's been here for many years, and now it seems as if, in a sense, that Xavier might be a a little jealous in a sense that a lot of these guys are coming in and now they're getting their spot. And, you know, Xavier's a good guy and all, but I feel some of that jealousy is coming out in him. I mean, who knows? It could go one way, it could go another, but personally, I think that match is going to be an absolute kicker, and it's going to show the wrestling world what these two motherfuckers are made of. So we're going to move on to one of the other matches. As I said, I'm not going to be doing all of them. I'm going to be doing a brief number of them. Alright, let's take a look at the 2 out of 3 falls match between Cameron Witt and Draven Sniper. Now, this one is a different one in a sense, due to the fact of, you know, you got obviously Cameron Witt, who is a big ass fucking, like, great guy in a sense, and, you know, he's trying to build himself back up and do what is necessary to actually get his name out there. So he's back now and he's doing whatever he's capable to try and get back to the top. But at the minute he's got a roadblock in his way known as Draven Sniper. Now Draven Sniper, he is another dude that is trying to get his name in a sense out there and do what is absolutely necessary in a sense. But I feel he's not doing it in a way that many people would find the right way to be. But we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out come the pay-per-view. 2 out of 3 falls. You know, these guys have got what it takes to put on a great show and do what is absolutely necessary to show the wrestling fans what they can do. Let's just take a quick look at the messages before I move on to the next match. Marty Morton, what's happening, dude? Kato, how you doing, man? Welcome to the podcast for today. We're just talking about the pay-per-view, having a chill. You know, I got a cup of coffee, I got a smoke and all that. So we're just chilling right here. If you guys want to spark up a smoke or anything like that, feel absolutely free to do so. Yeah, you know, as well, guys, I would highly appreciate it if you guys could share the stream out, get some more people in here, get some more people talking, having a conversation, having a chat. You know, that's what this is all about. While I'm at it, well, I'm just as well trying to get in contact with the guy that we have booked for tonight's interview time. So we got a number of people in mind. But, you know, it's just a case of getting those guys in here and doing what is necessary for you guys to have a great show and enjoy yourselves. Alright, so we're going to move on to another match while I sort this out at the same time. But we're going to, like I said, if any of you guys want to jump in, get involved, or anything like that, you guys want to come and have a chat, feel free. Absolutely feel free. You know, this is... Excuse me. And I had a lot of sleep last night. You know, this is everybody's like, you know, time to come on board and do what they want to talk about and everything. So okay, let's take a little look at the let's take a look at another match. Okay, you know what? I want to talk about this one, the Vacant World Championship match. Now, this match is a little bit of a weird one in a sense, due to the fact of, you know, you got two guys that want to become world champion. But you know, you got the Battle of Buds as well, and you know, it could go one way, could go another. We don't know. We really don't fucking know which way this one is gonna go, and it's a hard one to call, if I'm being honest. It is a really, really big, hard one to call, and we're just gonna have to wait and see at Creative Revolution what these guys are capable of. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that one. Okay, let's move over to one or two more matches. Okay, let's take a look at the multicultural match. No, in fact, oh, you know what? Skip that. Sorry. Let's take a look at the Empire State Championship match. Karan Cook being on one hell of a role lately. Brandon Ace, we haven't seen much. Excuse me, sorry about that. We haven't seen much of Brandon Ace recently, but we know he's the Empire State Champion, and he's been talking about it. But like I said, we haven't seen much of him. And Karan Cook, he's been competing every single time he steps inside that squared circle, right? So yeah, pretty much, I feel like this one is going to be a weird one to call as well, especially when I get into an interview booth and pretty much allow these guys to go out there and do what they're necessarily capable of on any given night. Alright, so that's pretty much it for a couple of the matches. So what we're going to do, if anybody here in the roster is in here and want to come in, they want to talk, they want to chill, we're going to take this over to the interview panel now. So let's switch this over. And what we're going to do, if you're in CSW right now, we are going to start up a call. And any CSW superstar is more than willing to join in. So let's get that hit off and let's get this show on the road. Let's get some of you guys in here. Alright, if you guys just heard that ding, that means the voice chat is open. And anybody can come in and have a conversation with the owner right now. And we can do a little interview, talk to you guys, and pretty much that's it, The door is open for anyone. Anyone. So we're just gonna give it a minute and see who turns up. We're just having to wait a minute. Don't you worry, guys. We'll get some people in. So yeah, while we're waiting, I hope everybody's having a good day. I hope you're all keeping it real and doing what is absolutely necessary to have a great day. And it seems like, ladies and gentlemen, we have an individual joining us. The Man of Steel himself, Mr. Marty Morton. If you guys don't remember, he was also a very special guest on Episode 1, right here on second. Okay, so as I was saying, tell us a little bit of your thoughts on that match with Xavier Walker.
About this match with Xavier Walker, it's a big shot for me. For one, I'm facing a former CSW World Champion, and as he pointed out, former 4-time CSW World Champion. So, with me facing him in this match, this is a big opportunity. If I'm able to beat him, that could elevate me even more than I've already elevated myself here in CSW. And then plus, like you already mentioned, I'm 3-0 right now. With this big win, that's another win on my record. Going forward towards maybe my first title win here in CSW. So as far as Xavier goes, he's a respectable superstar. I respect him for what he's done here in CSW. And he's also made it clear that he does have respect for me. So I just see this match being definitely a match worth the wait. With definitely a match worth the wait. We're going back and forth, seeing who's going to be the better man towards the time that the pay-per-view finally gets here.
Okay. So, do you feel in a sense of this match? It's as you've already stated, it's a big match for you, and 4-time CSW World Champion, whether that be on the Xbox brand or the PlayStation brand. This man has done it all, especially here in CSW. In my eyes, one of the most respected should have been the most respected superstars, but you know how people are these days. Do you feel his experience could overthrown you in any way?
Do I feel his experience could maybe, maybe. It's a big maybe. Even though I'm not as experienced as Xavier, there's still a huge that I still have some experience under my belt. So it's not like I'm just coming into this match without, anything. I've been here for about, say, from my time starting in SVW, a good about 10 months now in the community. So I've been around. I know how to work the ring. I know what to do when I get in there. So even though he may have more experience than me, it's not like he can outshine me in every class of experience.
Also, as well, to add to that, are you looking past this match already? Like, have you got your eyes set on somebody? Maybe some gold that you want to put around your waist, or even the silver.
Right now, I'm not going to look past this match. This is a huge match for me. Like I already said that it's a huge match for me, and this is definitely not a match that I should immediately look over. Because for one, if I'm like I said, if I'm able to win this match, I could be boosted so high. But if Xavier is able to win this match, I won't fall, but the kind of impact that it would have if I was to win would be, less with me losing. So I'm not going to look past this match just yet. But as far as anything after this match happens, oh yeah, I'm looking at Alex Haas and his Lionheart title. I'm looking at Isaac Spencer his Rise Championship. I'm also paying attention to the Multicultural Championship match at Creative Revolution, and also the Empire State match. The world title, that'll definitely be somewhere way in the future. But those are definitely some things that I am looking at, after this match with Xavier happens.
Do you also believe, as well, in your own words, do you believe if you are able to beat someone like Xavier Walker, a four-time CSW world champion, do you believe that makes you think that you have the potential yourself to become a world champion someday?
Oh yeah, yeah. If I can beat a former world champion, you know that does put me somewhere in the category. Well, Marty Morton was able to do this. He may be able to do even more than that. Just getting that one win could put me in that conversation of future world champions. Just one win, and that's how I kind of see it.
All right, Marty. Seeing as though this is not technically it's an interview section, but we were hoping to get a couple of more people in here as well, but seems like a lot of people are busy, so we're gonna spice this up a little bit, and we're gonna go with, for you, top 3 or 5, depending on how you feel. Top 3 or 5 CSW superstars that you would really want to step into the ring with.
Okay, so I can do top five. For my very last one, my number 5 would be Jay. Jay is definitely a young star, just like myself. So it'll be, a clash of styles. You have a big man versus a little guy, high flyer versus powerhouse. So that'd be a interesting match. My number 4 spot would definitely go to Karan Cook. Karan Cook is a superstar that I heavily respect, and he's also a fellow big man, and I'm a big fan of big man matches. So he's definitely someone that I definitely love to face. Um, as far as my number three and my number 4 are the competitors in the my number 3 and my number 4 are the competitors in the World Championship match, Malenko and Gabriel Gates. I would love to face those guys. They are two vets in the business right now, and I think with just facing them, I could get so much experience. Going back and forth. Finally, the match happens, and finally, the only reason that this guy's at number 1 because I really just want to give him a piece of my mind and kick his ass. Alex Haas. I really want to beat Alex Haas. He can talk shit all day, and no matter if he can back it up, it gets on my nerves. And I just want to one day finally be able to have said that I have beaten Alex Haas, beaten him before. So those are my top 5.
All right. For those guys that just would like to know as well, here on the CSW Wrestling Podcast Episode 2, we have a new individual joining us at the minute, the current Empire State Champion, the one and only Brandon Ace. Brandon, I know you are muted at the minute, but I hope you're doing well. Welcome to this YouTube live streamed CSW Episode 2 of the podcast.
It's great to be here, and that was a good entrance. Now, this is what I talk about. This is how you treat a champion. You greet him with the respect he deserves.
Alright, most definitely, we try and show everyone the most utmost respect. Couldn't get my teeth in them. So we're just having a little chat, bringing some guys in, and just having a little chat out of character in a sense, or you can do some of it in character. Like, this is actually live on YouTube right now, so we're just sat here with this podcast, and rather than bringing one guy in, I was like, you know what, let's bring a couple of guys in, and allow them to talk their stuff. So, now that you're here, I want to get your views on your match with Karan Cook at the pay-per-view for the Empire State Championship. The floor is yours.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm a little bit scared because I'm sweating a little bit. Like, I know what Karan Cook's about. I've been watching him in other shows, and I see that he's pretty strong, but he also has some striking and technical ability. But I can also do that too, because I train. I train a lot. Like, it's 24/7, 7 days a week. First one in the gym, last one to come out. But I know what I have to do to beat Karan Cook in order to retain this Empire State Championship, because this is my first championship, and I'm willing to do whatever it goddamn takes to remain as champion.
Sorry
You
about
there?
that. Having some technical difficulties with the stupid computer. So, okay, yeah,
Gotta get that.
I can see where you're coming from with that, Karan, yes, very big guy, he can move. That's the scariest thing about him, I think, is the guy for his size can move faster than even some cruiserweights sometimes. And,
That's true.
You've got a tall task ahead of you, Not only are you stepping into the ring, which I believe, is one of the meanest motherfuckers on the planet right now, but also as well, a guy who was being very unstoppable. And, he's talked a lot of shit in a sense in some areas about you, like, going on about some of the other companies. Like, I think he was mentioning that he faced off with you once before and something happened or something, and now this is like kind of a redemption thing for him.
Yeah, but I prefer to keep other companies out of the way and just stick to the one that I'm currently in right now. And yes, but here's the thing. He's not the first person to talk shit about me, and he certainly won't be the last. And to tell you the truth, I heard far worse from a lot more better than him. I've been dealt with a lot of things in my life, but the one thing I've always been able to do is defy the odds. See, Mr. Cook calls himself the Dream Killer. Is that correct?
Yeah, that is correct.
Well, at the pay-per-view, he has an opportunity to make his dreams come true, or else his dream will end up being a nightmare.
So, obviously, Karan Cook, big powerhouse, Brandon Ace, I find you to be quite a you're like, you can do strikes, but I find you also, sometimes you might bring out some technical ability, and even then, this one's very slim, but I do see a little bit of high flying, only a tiny bit from you here and there. So would you say you're a very gifted athlete in the terms of being able to mix what you do and put it all into what you are?
Of course, like, I've always knew I was a gifted athlete. Like, before I became a professional wrestler, I did football and track and field during high school, but I had to choose one or the other, so I chose football. Got a 4-star, almost 5-star recruit from other colleges. I chose to go to Michigan State. Wait, my bad, not Michigan State. I mean Michigan. Played the Michigan Wolverines. Started as, well, a hybrid linebacker safety. I would have gotten in the draft in my junior year, but I chose to stay for my senior year. And, well, let's just say the reason why I'm not in the NFL is because this was during a game. I think the third week we were playing against, I think, Ohio State, and I suffered a devastating injury. I think I tried to make a big hit, and then for some reason my shoulder was just hurting like I don't know what. I was in pain, all that. I had to get carried to the hospital. To an ambulance quick. And I waited for hours at the hospital, and they found out I suffered a serious shoulder injury. And I had no choice but to give up on my dream of football. And that really devastated me, because that was my dream, to play in the NFL, and something like that was just taken away from me. But I was going to get my education regardless. I wasn't going to drop out. And then while I was healing up at the gym, working out, there was a certain wrestling promoter / owner that looked at me and said, "Hey kid, you have a good looking body. You should try professional wrestling." He gave me some tickets and also his card. And he went away. At first I didn't want to go because, mind you, I wasn't really a big fan of the professional wrestling business because I consider it fake, but it was like a Saturday. I didn't have nothing to do, so I said, fuck it, just went there. I went to the show, enjoyed it, and, well, after the show was over, I went up to the owner, who was also a trainer. I said, where do I sign up? I took off from there. And when it comes to my skills of I can switch it off, that kind of comes from my hybrid style, because I've watched wrestling today. It seems like certain people have one set of styles. You either gotta be a high flyer, a technician, powerhouse, striker, etc. Me, I want to be more well-rounded, not relying on one set of moves or style. I want to mix it up. That way it catches my opponent off guard. You feel what I mean?
I can see where you're coming from with that. Yeah, that's a very cool way of putting it in a sense. That's actually a really good scenario to have. So, ladies and gentlemen, while we're on this now, we have a new guest joining us. We've actually got 3 interviewees in here at the minute now. So we now have Marty Morton, the current Empire State Champion Brandon Ace, and now we have the Lionheart Champion Alex Haas. Alex Haas, welcome to the live stream, my friend. I hope you're doing well here, and welcome to the podcast.
I'm very well. I'm sitting here falling asleep listening to this guy speak about absolutely nonsense. So I had to come in here and liven this shit up a little bit.
What nonsense? I'm just telling my story. It's true.
You need to, liven it up a little because I'm falling asleep over here. Thank you. All right.
No, it's not. Well, all you do is not listen.
Real quick
You
on
go
Marty
somewhere.
Morton over here. Let me touch up on Marty over here because Marty, funny guy. You're over here boasting about if you beat Xavier, a former champion. It's exactly what he is, a former champion. Who hasn't beaten a former champion? What you need to do to take it to the next level is beat a current champion. That's how you make your mark. Okay? So until you do that, you can boast about everything else. Until you beat a current champion, you have done absolutely nothing.
Marty, if you'd like to reply to that, now would be the time to do it.
Absolutely none.
Anybody
Okay,
can beat a former champion. Anyone can beat a former champion. I have beaten many former champions. It means nothing if you don't beat a current champion.
but if I want to get my big start, my big break here in this company to go further, the start that I need to do is beat a former champion.
Then you're saying
Because there's a chance that if I go up against a former champion that I already know that I could beat them. But if I go up against a current champion, there's no telling that I can beat that current champion. So if I go for the former champion, there's a chance that hey, I could beat them, go further, then get my way to, a current champion. And if I get to the current champion, I've already have beaten the former champion. I've already got a bunch of wins before I got to the current champion. And now I have a better chance of beating whoever that current champion is.
all I hear is doubt in that whole thing you said. All I'm hearing is doubt. That's all I'm hearing. So in order for you to prove that you can beat a current champion, you have to beat a former champion. Is that what I'm hearing? You are setting your standards very low, my friend.
Got anything to reply there, Marty?
Well, if I'm setting my standards low, I'm setting my standards low.
I go
But that's where I want to set my standards. That's where I want to set my standards. This is start off in my career, and I'm still a small superstar. Not finna just try to push myself to go right to the top when I could just grow slowly.
And this is why me and you are different. This is where me and you are very different. I know my worth, and I'm gonna go for my worth. If I know I can beat somebody, and I know I am championship material, that's where I'm going. I'm not gonna start at the bottom of the ladder like all you guys like to do. No, I'm gonna push, claw, do whatever I have to do to make sure I get up there. And I'm gonna go for the person that's on top. I'm not gonna start at the bottom.
Okay, a little bit of a wording from both superstars there, the current Lionheart champion and the man that will face Xavier Walker at the pay-per-view, Marty Morton. So, with that being said, Alex, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Can't complain, off day. So I'm just here listening to these two. And I decided just to come in here, add my 2 cents.
Well, that's what this interview section is all about, allowing the superstars to come in and allowing them either if they want to talk about their match, talk about a little bit about themselves or anything like that. They're more than, the floor is theirs. So,
Listen, I don't mean to come in here and try to, downgrade Marty's ability. I think I'm one of many that think Marty could be one of the greatest in this industry. But for him to set his standards low, for me, it bothers me because he has the potential to be the greatest. You're not gonna learn anything from fighting someone that's lower tier. There's two different type of tiers here. You got high tiers and you got low tiers. Sorry, little technical difficulties on my end. But if you want to know your worth, you have to go for the top dog. You're not gonna go anywhere fighting a Chihuahua.
Well, definitely some wise words from the one and only genocidal genius, Mr. Alex Haas. So with that being said, gentlemen, all three of you, like every match, I believe every match has the potential in the Creative Revolution pay-per-view to be something great if the people put in the work for it. We already know that Alex is going to be offering an open challenge to anyone outside of Creative Showcase Wrestling. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we're going to see some great action there. Same hope with everyone else. I'm hoping that, you're all going to go out there and give it your all. All of you will. But I just hope, in a sense, that we do that. On top of that, you got Marty. Marty, you're going to go out there with Xavier Walker, do your thing. And Brandon Ace, you got a big title defense yourself against Karan Cook. So, 3 big matches in a sense. So, gonna have to get it at the pay-per-view and see how things plan out for all 3 of you guys. But with that being said, Creative Revolution is literally around the corner. It's coming soon. It's no confirmed date yet, but it's coming very soon. So it's gonna be hopefully something special for everybody to view. On that note as well, Alex, so obviously the whole people want to know, do you have any ideas yet of who the superstar may be that will be coming forth to fight you?
Don't know, and I don't care. We all know by now that it doesn't matter who steps up in front of me, it's going to be the same results at the end. So it really doesn't matter who shows up. It could be the president. It could be I really don't care who it is, to be honest. I don't care. No man puts fear in me.
So obviously as well, Alex, you have been taking a championship that was meant, in a sense, for the up-and-coming superstars. You have taken that and you have ran with it and you have really put that title on the map. You say it how it is. Some people seem to get hurt by that, but that's on them. Do you feel 100% you've taken that title to the next level? Is there another level to it, or do you feel it's where it needs to be?
No, there's always a next level to everything. You're never just satisfied with where you're at. You always want to, further yourself, which is why I go back to what Marty said. You only want to work with the lower tier talent when you can just make your way to the top. You know what I'm saying? So there's always room to improve. So am I satisfied where I'm at? Oh, I'm never satisfied. Right now, you can all say that I'm on the top of my game right now. But do I see it that way? No. I can always get better. I can always do better with that title. And that is my goal. Until someone takes that title from me, that is what I'm going to continue to do. And that's take that title to the next step every match. And I believe every match that I've defended that title, I have taken it to the next level. So come Creative Revolution, doesn't matter who walks down that ramp, I will do what I have been doing, and that's taking it to the next level.
You heard it here first, guys, from the one and only genocidal genius. Make sure you keep your eye out for that match at Creative Revolution. Definitely, by the sounds of it, going to be a top-notch match. Or could even be just another day at the office.
Could be another day at the office. They could get the Jay Fontaine treatment.
Well, with that being said, we've been in here for 45 minutes. We've had a quick talk about the pay-per-view. We've had a talk with some of the superstars here, Brandon Ace. We've had a talk with Alex Haas, and we've had a talk with Marty Morton. Anything you guys want to add before we consider potentially going off the air? Before we decide to wrap this up?
Not really, because I'm about to get ready to head to the gym and prepare for my big match at this upcoming pay-per-view.
All right. Anything from you, Marty? Haas?
Nothing left to say. Nothing left to say. Alex, thanks for the advice, but this is how I'm going to choose to carry my career. This is how I want to do it. This is how I understand what you're saying. I have a lot of potential. I see my potential, but this is how I just want to carry my career with it being just at the very start. I haven't done much yet. So this is how I want to carry it at the beginning before I go any further.
All
I don't
right.
have anything to say. I don't have anything to say. I've said what I need to say. You want to hear me? You want to hear more from me? All you have to do is just watch me in that ring. I let everything I need to be said will be done in that ring. So, pretty much it for me.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the people that tuned in. Obviously, if anybody wants to go back and view this, this will be on, obviously, on the YouTube channel once everything is rendered and all that. So, thank you very much to everybody that tuned in, and hopefully for the people that will tune in to give this a little watch. Thank you to Marty, thank you to Brandon Ace, and thank you to Alex Haas for tuning in here tonight. I appreciate you guys coming in and having a little chat with us here on the interview panel. And also as well to all three of you guys, and for everybody else in the chat, if you are a competitor in CSW, good luck. I wish everybody good luck, and thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your day. Good night. God bless.